Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren Messiah. I am a personal stylist, have been for over 15 years, and I am also a educator and coach to personal stylists who want to learn how to make real money in their styling business and how to operate at a best in the world capacity. So today we have a question from a stylist. Let's jump right in. Lauren, as an entrepreneur, when meeting with a client, how do you close the sale? Ooh, one of my favorite topics. I love talking about marketing. I love talking about sales. Stylist, marketing and sales is something that you are going to have to get really good at if you want to succeed in business. And this is an area where a lot of stylists struggle because when it comes to marketing, I don't know what to post, I don't know what to say, I don't know what content to create, I don't know how to attract. Well, if you can't attract anyone, you're not going to have anyone to meet with to close the sale. And then when we get into sales, stylists struggle so much because they don't want to come off salesy, they don't want to be pushy, they don't know what to do. And the end result is no freaking clients. Now, I can say this because I have been there. I have been there. In my own business as a stylist, sales was like the freakiest thing in the world. When I first started my styling business, so many of my clients, the first initial wave of building my business came from referrals. So I didn't have to do anything, which was amazing until the referral well started to get a little slow, a little dry. And then it was like, oh, I actually have to sell. So, a memory that I have that is so awful, but I was selling one of my styling programs online. It was only a $97 product, but I was so accustomed to not actively selling in my business. When it came the time for me to sell this product, I got so nervous and so awkward. It just felt so weird, like asking people for money that I like just skipped it. I was like, never mind, no need to sell it. And then I spoke to my business coach, and she was like, you're doing people a major disservice. Do people need that program? I'm like, yes, it's amazing. Well, if they don't have the information, will their style suffer? I'm like, yeah, totally. Well, if you don't sell it to them, they're never going to get to experience it. So you're going to go back and you're going to sell it. So I went back to sell it and I was so awkward and nervous. I burst into tears live on video in front of all these people. It was awful. So that was kind of a pivotal moment for me, knowing like, oh, I have to figure out sales. So I started to work with a sales coach to really learn how to sell and close the sale. So out of like working with this coach was so valuable. It was very expensive, but it was very valuable. The biggest takeaway was learning the psychology of sales. And once I learned the psychology of sales, I really understood that there is brain workings, things that are just true that have to be activated to get people to move. And when we think about sales, we think about, oh my God, this is so sleazy. But when you're selling something that is of value, how is it sleazy getting it into their hands? Because if you just let people decide, they're not going to decide. They're going to make a million excuses. They're going to take years and years to decide. I remember when I was running my former business, we would always ask people, like, where did you hear about us? And people would be like, oh, I've been watching you for years. I've been watching you for 8 years. I'm like, it took 8 years. Like our sales cycle was like 8 years to get people in. And once I understood the psychology of sales, I'm like, oh, this is why this sleazy stuff, and it's not sleazy if you use it with integrity, actually works because it's just human nature that people need certain things to move. So understanding the psychology of sales is really how you close the sales. Now, if we want to get into like the brass tacks of it, I hate to break it to you, but you got to get inside of Style Boss Academy, which is launching on October 28th. Now, in module 8 of Style Boss Academy, probably the most valuable module in that program, not only each module has 3 videos. So like we go in deep on sales, okay? Deeper than this, whatever 10-minute video this is. I don't know how long this video is. I'm still shooting it. Who knows? Anyways, way deeper, okay? Way deeper on going into the psychology, but not only do we go through the psychology of sales, I actually give you a sales script that is tailor-made for personal stylists. This is a script that I used in my business that closed, okay? And my students who use it are like, holy crap, like I can't believe you gave this to us. This is freaking gold. I'm closing sales left and right. Now, of course, I teach you how to customize the script so you're not just like reading some script like a little weird robot. I teach you exactly how to customize it for your business and your styling packages. But like this shit works because it is infusing all of the principles of sales, all of the psychology of sales. And the more that you learn it and practice it, the more confident you're going to be with it. Not only are you going to be more confident, you're going to know how to adapt this script, this framework into everyday conversations, into selling online, into selling on the phone, like whatever. Once you understand the principles of it, it really becomes second nature and it's pretty freaking miraculous. So as stylists, if you're ignoring this like elephant in the room, like I have to learn how to market and I have to learn sales, you're not going to make it. I always tell my students, you can be the best stylist in the world, like the best, better than like the biggest celebrity stylist in the world. You can be the best in the world, but if you can't get your services in the hands of the people who need them, literally no one's going to know and no one's going to care. Right? So this is something so critical that we have to take the time, energy, and money to learn. You know, for me, I spent a lot of money learning the skill. And so I'm happy now that I can pass it down to my students and have them not have to pay a very, very expensive sales coach. But this is something that you have to learn to close a sale. And once you have this skill, you're going to be unstoppable. So the time is nowish. October 28th, Style Boss Academy round 7 is dropping. Not only are you going to get that sales module, you're going to get 10 modules plus a gang of bonuses. And I'm going to walk you through every single step you need to build a business that actually makes money. This is not about the art of styling. This isn't about like, how do I do a closet cleanse? It's not about that. I have another program that can teach you those fundamentals. It's called Styling Fundamentals. But Style Boss Academy is for people who either have never started a styling business and want to start it right the first time, or those who have been styling for years. Some of my SBA students have been styling for 10 years, 12 years, 14 years, but they're embarrassed to say that they haven't really made real money doing this. So this is the program that's going to help you start a legitimate business. I even have people in SBA that aren't stylists. I have life coaches, Reiki practitioners, artists, like dog care companies, holistic healthcare companies, like all these different types of entrepreneurs come into this program and learn how to start a legitimate business because it's literally it's entrepreneur skills. It's an entrepreneurial framework. I just happen to have been a stylist for 15 years and applied the framework to that business. So if you're a stylist, that is 100% where you want to be so you can learn how to close some sales and make some dang money. Okay. So thank you so much for the person who submitted this question. If you have questions for me, pop them in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them on video, and I'll see you in the next one.